Casey's crazy ideas. As you guys have saw some of the posts of me and some family taking care of a couple of trees. I'm doing resharpening the chains today. I'm going through the bars. This is how I kind of go about it. I do know how to do a few different ways, but I'm just going to use the Harbor Freight chain sharpener. It works pretty well. I think it could work better, but it does make them sharp. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. I haven't forgot about the jump box build. I still have that on hold. The log splitter build, I'm hoping to get back to this weekend. Just gotta go get that stuff for the fuel line, and I gotta get a couple of cans of paint. So Saturday I'm gonna go get some of that stuff and try and finish it, and try and video that as well. See what else I still haven't finished for you guys. I think that's about it. So without further ado, we're going to get started sharpening chains. Turn you guys around here. I think my GoPros have to get replaced soon. I see like a little spot inside there. I'm going to have to do something about that. This is off of a Blue Max 45cc chainsaw. This is an 18-inch bar. Currently doing. It's only good up to a 20. Chain took a pretty good whack. All I gotta say. I know we hit a rock with one of the chains. I think it was this one. Man. Yep. I usually put a little mark where I am. I can't do that one that way. I'll start with that one. Hang on, guys. And there are many ways to do this. Yeah, this is the one that hit the rock. This thing's pretty beat up. I have a couple of a couple of chains today to do as well. I kind of do this a little bit twice. I know I don't have to, but it works for me. I was debating on trimming up the rakers or not. I think I might. I get quite a few sharpenings out of them. Usually, I don't know, I still got the same 20-inch chain, so that was from years ago. It's about had enough, so I don't know how much longer I'm going to have that one. Taking a little more meat off than normal. Like I said, this one took some pretty nasty hits. Normally I would just bring it up to it and go a little more, put a new edge on them, but this one doesn't have an edge anymore. I think this thing was like $30. I'm sharpening at a 30-degree angle. And that's, you know, this part. There's really a lot of chainsaw guys out there, because I know they are, because I watch them. But this is the last tooth, and I flip it around and do the other side, or the other way. And we go back to that yellow mark. A little deeper. I go down just a little bit before I hit the chain. And those of you who have these ones, if you know any pointers or any upgrades or modifications to do this to make these work better or anything like that, you know, I'm open ears to it. I do know how to field dress, you know, the bars. You got this many, you know, chains and bars, or chains. Hand filing just wasn't an option. I don't know if I like this mechanism though. Kind of strange. I don't know if I like that one. I don't want to blue the tooth either, because once you do that, you're screwed. I might bring you guys along here because in 30 minutes, which is like 10 to 6, which is in like 5 more minutes here, try and finish this chain first. And we'll clean the pellet stove. I almost did it. I was stuck to the ground, that chain in the wrong direction. Alright. One chain. All done there. I don't know if you guys can see these teeth or not. I was debating on the rakers, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna let them alone. But I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go clean the pellet stove out. I was gonna bring you with me, but you guys don't really need to see me vacuum. Alright, so we're on the next chainsaw. I only had that one chain left to do for Blue Max. This is a Ryobi 16-inch bar, 37 cc's. I am going to buy the 18-inch bar for it as well. But we got to clean this whole chainsaw up. And then we got to grease and sharpen. Grease and clean the bar and then sharpen the chains. And I've got 4 for this one to do. For a $140 chainsaw, you really couldn't go wrong with this. Had a few years, cut many trees. Now, I'm not talking just your generic little sapling, guys. I mean, I'm talking about stuff that your full depth bar all the way around the tree to get through. And put some gloves on for this one. Doing a little messy. So I use compressed air and some brake cleaner and a rag and sit there and clean it up. I'm sure I'm going to be using it again here in the near future. Alright, let me get some air going. I'm going to do this down here. I don't want to get you guys all covered up in crap. Keep in mind, every time we go out to cut, and we come back, or anything like that, this is what I do with all of them. I just come back in, I take some brake cleaner, and I sit here and hose them off. I'll probably turn you guys a little bit here. I just hose everything off, get all the crap out. Had very good luck with this method of just keeping up with them. Blue Max has had for 5 or 6 years, which is in that case over there. I don't know if you guys can see that far, but it's right there. This one we've had for a few short years. I think we've had for 2 or 3. Yeah, I think it's at least 3. It's done well. I'm sure everybody else got their methods of cleaning a saw, but this is just what I do. I'm very ginger when I take this off because there's always stuff. I usually don't even touch this area. This mat wood should do a better job than this of keeping the crap out because you see all that stuff in there. There's not a lot I can do about it. Because last time I tried to clean all that out, I started the chainsaw up and I spent the next hour trying to make it run again. The filter needs to be a little bit stiffer micron. At least that's just in my opinion. We also use this one to do our limbing. As you saw in the one video, I took this up there to cut the stuff down with because it's a lot lighter. Quite frankly, it's cheaper. You know, if I drop it or break it, I'm not going to be as upset. Plus the bars for this one are relatively cheap. I can get one a bar and a chain for this thing for like $25 at most. Just things I look at when I'm out cutting. It's like the other day, I think it was this bar got stuck in the tree. So I had to took it off the chainsaw and took the motor out and left the bar in the tree until we finished dropping it. The tree had pinched it. I cut a little too deep, a little too soon. But that happens. I don't do this every day for a living, but I do it enough to know. This is a power tier bar. Get them at Home Depot. And normally I'll just take the file and try and get any rough edges off. And then I have this handy dandy grease gun. And it just kind of squirts out through the gears. Works well. Sprockets have lasted exceptionally a long time. I've replaced one bar. That was because I bent it. I don't know what chainsaw shops do, or if the chainsaw shop's the same as the small engine shop, I don't know. But I've never taken my stuff in to have any of it sharpened or checked. I usually drop a level on it or a straight edge. And if I see daylight, then I just change the bar out. And it sucks to be out there and you're starting to cut, and next minute later you start going like this. When you find out the bar's tweaked this way or it's twisted. You guys in here. So, motor part's done. It's pretty much clean. Set this aside. Here's the cover. We gotta go do the same thing. Get all this crap out. a little overboard on my cleaning, but like I said, you know, I like all this stuff nice and shiny and clean again. I know it's just going to get all crapped up, but I think the tools and stuff last longer. I was looking at the 50cc version of this Ryobi. It has a 20-inch bar too, and I think it's rated up to like a 22. I know 2 inches doesn't sound like much, but it's actually quite a bit of bar when you don't have that much more. Okay, that can get set aside, the bar can get set aside. Yeah, that's that one. And I want to show you guys the Blue Max I keep talking about. Come on. That's the Blue Max. No, nothing too bad. I think it's like an off kick of the Husqvarna or something like that. I don't really know. But in any case, it works well. Do you still see what I'm doing? Okay. Bring you guys in for the sharpening process. I usually hang my chains when I'm done. I have like a rack I put on. And I try to, you know, keep them nice so they don't end up in a nest. Because it's sometimes not so fun to untangle these things. I mean, I've gotten pretty good at it, but that's besides the point. Yeah, just getting backwards. So we'll start with that one. You don't have to mark them, I just do. Alright, so I'm gonna go in on this. Go down. And a little more. Now at least 2 of these chains took some nasty hits, so Yeah, I could be wearing safety glasses, but quite frankly, I'm not worrying about it. This chain's in pretty bad shape, guys. Probably get, I don't know, probably 2 more cuttings out of this, or sharpening, maybe 3. Assuming that we keep it out of the rocks. Hold on a second, let me go check that stove. It's all good. We usually clean the pellet stove every 2 to 3 days. They say to do it every day, but I don't think you have to. Keep in mind, I'm doing all this in real time, so this isn't like, you know, fast forwarding anything. This is all as you see it. You know, you find out how nitty gritty you want to get, but it's how I am. I don't know why it's so different when I switch sides with it, but it is. Yeah, how long is my video getting here, guys? Alright, well, I think I'm going to cut it off here because I already got like 40 minutes of sharpening. Basically, I'm going to be doing for a little bit here yet. I'll turn you guys up so you can see me. There we go. It is currently raining outside, or sleeting. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to get all these done tonight. I might have to run this into tomorrow yet for a third day. Remember, I only get an hour or two after work to do this stuff, so. And usually each chain takes me 20 to 30 minutes, give or take. I mean, it can be done faster, sure, but, you know, I'm trying to be a little more learning curve, making sure I'm doing this right, trying to adjust things, tweak things as I go along, to eventually find a spot that I like and I can just run through them. I used to leave it on the bar, put it in a vise, and just use the hand file and a guide or something. Did it that way for a while. Is it faster? It depends on the person, how big your chain and bar is. So I don't mind doing it that way, but when I got this much stuff to sharpen, it's just easy to put the machine and just keep guiding it through. I don't have to take the chain off the bar, put it on there, tighten it all back down again. And I tried doing it with just putting the bar in there and just kind of going across, but the chain walks. So I don't do it that way. But, you know, this is working out. I already tested the other two. So that's kind of where we're at with chainsaw sharpening, cleaning up the saw. Now, like I said, it's compressed air brake cleaner, a screwdriver, you know, getting all the crap off, putting them away. And I don't think I'll be using them again for at least a few weeks, or sooner, who knows. Depends on the storms, depending on my uncle too, because sometimes he needs a bigger saw, assuming he doesn't go buy this one. Like I said, I am going to buy that 18-inch power cure bar for the Ryobi, since I know it can run a bigger bar. And it'll give me the option to have a 5th chain, because when you hit rocks, you go through chains quick. We only hit the rock once for him and for me, so that wiped out 2 chains, but I already had 2 dulled out when I showed up, because I was cutting a tree at my parents', trimming it up, and then I had 1 chain left, plus that half of one, so we got through most of it, and then we just used the other one to finish. I might do just a chit-chat video on my way home tonight, we'll see, but I'm going to cut it off here. Any questions, comments, subscribe, hit the like button, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.